Welcome to your first drive. We made this video so that you know what to expect your first time behind the wheel. Now let me turn it over to one of our great Safeway driving instructors.
My name is Eric Knight, and I'm the Director of Operations here at Safeway Driving Centers. And we're doing this video today to show you students what to expect the very first time you get in one of our cars to do a driving lesson. And it'll go a lot like this, maybe a couple little changes here and there, but for the most part, this is exactly what you're going to see. Today we're going to start with Stephanie. Stephanie's first time in the car today. And what's the first thing we do when we get in the Safeway car, Stephanie?
We smile.
We smile. And what's smile stand for?
Adjust your seat.
Seats.
Adjust your mirrors.
Mirrors.
Look at the inside compartment.
Good.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
Engage your seatbelt.
And engage your seatbelt, okay? And we want to do it in that order. Why aren't we going to adjust the mirrors and then adjust the seats? Why do you think?
Because you want your seat adjusted before your mirrors, because you want it to be all right for when you're driving.
Exactly. If you adjust your mirrors and then based on a bad seating position and then you try to adjust your seat afterward, you're going to have to readjust your mirrors. So let's get it all in order, do it all right, and you'll be good every time you get in the car. And you're going to do this every single time you get in a Safeway car, okay? So, seat adjustment. We want to seat you in the car so your legs are in the right position, your feet in the right position, your hands are in the right position on the wheel, and you're sitting at a good level, close enough, but not too close to the steering wheel, okay? So there's 3 different places where you can adjust your seat. Go ahead and reach down to the bottom of the seat there and grab that bar. Pull up on that bar, and that allows you to move the seat forward and backwards. So let's come forward a little bit more. Okay, good. All right. Now, you want to keep your left foot planted on what's called the dead pedal. Our cars actually have that dead pedal. It's a little fake pedal on the left-hand side, down on the very bottom, on the driver's side. You keep your left foot on that pedal. Some cars don't have it, but that space is still called the dead pedal. So you keep your left foot planted there. Your right foot, you want to be able to pivot your foot in between the 2 pedals, and it looks like you're pretty good right there.
Yeah.
All right? So we're good as far as forward and backwards goes. Now, go ahead and put your hands at 10 and 2. And you can see you're kind of reaching up there, right? We want your hands level with your shoulders, so we need to lift your whole body up a little bit. And luckily, these Corollas we have, it has a seat adjustment that allows you to raise the whole seat up. Not all cars have this, ours do, so we take advantage of it. It's this big handle down here on the left, go ahead and grab that. And it works like a pump. You can pump it down to drop the seat, or you pump it up to lift the seat. Go ahead and let's pump it up a couple pumps. You feel how that lifts you up?
Yeah.
Okay, a couple more. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Now the steering wheel's still a little high, so what we're going to do, we're going to adjust that steering wheel in just a minute. But let's get this backrest tilted up just a little bit more. Reach up a little further up to that handle, pull up on it. It releases the catch, lean forward. You can feel that seat. It's on a spring, it's going to come forward. So is that pretty comfortable right there? Mm-hmm. It looks pretty good. Now get your hand up at 10 and 2. You've got a break in your arms here. Okay, you don't want them out straight. You want a nice little break at the elbow. Go ahead and put your left wrist over the top of the wheel. And where your wrist breaks over the top of the wheel, you want to see that your shoulder, your back doesn't have to come too far up off the seat there, if at all. Okay, so she's pretty good there. What we need to do though is lower that steering wheel. This steering wheel has 2 adjustments. You can adjust it for tilt. You can adjust it to telescope in and out. So how close or how far away it is from you. So go ahead and push that lever down at the bottom. Push it away from you. Let's tilt that wheel down a little bit. Okay, and it looks a little close. Let's push it in a little bit. Is that good?
Yeah.
Go ahead and fix that lever back. Get your hands back at 10 and 2. Good. Feel comfortable? Mm-hmm. That looks good. Okay. The wheel, her hands aren't higher than her shoulders. She's at a good height in here as well. So, seat's good. So now we're going to work on our mirrors. How are we going to adjust? What mirror are we going to adjust first?
The rear view mirror.
The rear view mirror. And how do you want to adjust that rear view?
So that you can see out the back of your car.
Well, yeah. Be a little more specific?
So you can see, so it frames that back.
That's the word I'm looking for. You want to frame that back window in your rear view mirror. Now, a lot of our students are going to reach up there with one hand, try to adjust it, and it's really hard to do that because it's kind of stiff, okay? So you want to reach up there with 2 hands. Stephanie, reach up with 2 hands and use both those hands to adjust that mirror. Now, once you have it adjusted, you have to get back to 10 and 2 and make sure it's still good for you.
I can see.
Okay, good. So what you always want to check, once you adjust that mirror, you've leaned forward to adjust the mirror. So when you sit back at 10 and 2, you want to make sure that it's still adjusted well. We good?
Yes.
We're good. Now we're going to adjust these side view mirrors. It's really easy in these new Corollas that we have because they're electronic. Some cars you'll be in, they won't be. It'll be a little harder. This is nice and easy, and this is how you do it in our cars. So Now, the first thing you want to do, you want to reach over here to the left of your steering wheel, move that little button to L for left. We're going to do the left mirror first. Now, I want you to get your left shoulder against the door here. Push the mirror all the way out to the left until it clicks. Now, I want you to bring it back in until you can just see the corner of the car.
Okay.
Okay, now sit back at 10 and 2. Now, can you see the car?
No.
Good. From 10 and 2, you don't want to be able to see the side of the car, only when you're leaning over to either end. Now you want to move it to the R for right mirror. Push it all the way out to the right. Now get over to the center of the car, lean over. Now bring it back so you can just see the side of the car.
Okay.
Okay? Now sitting back at 10 and 2, can you see the side of the car?
No.
No. So your mirror should be good, okay? We're going to test that, all right? The way to test that is to see if any object that's coming up from behind her, she can always see in the mirror or in her line of sight. The way we're going to do that, I'm going to walk back behind the car. As soon as you catch me in the rear view mirror, stick your hand out the window, okay? I'm going to come up the side of the car. When I disappear from that mirror, I want you to pull your hand back inside to stop me, okay? So you catch me in this mirror, I come up around the side, I disappear from there. Can you see me here?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got me in the side view. Now pull your arm back in when I disappear from the side view, okay? Go put it back out. There you go. And now you can see me in line of sight, okay? So now you always have control of that car behind you. You always know where it is, and you didn't have to look back over your shoulder to see if somebody's in your blind spot, okay? So it's a lot safer to set your mirrors this way, the way we do it, okay? That's why we spend so much time discussing how to set the mirrors. So we've done S, we've done M, now we're gonna do I. What is I?
Inside compartment.
Inside the compartment. And what are we looking for inside the compartment? Money?
Just, yes. Objects.
Objects. What kind of objects?
Things that could come out and hit you or make you mess up while you're driving.
Good, okay? You don't want anything that's gonna interfere with your driving or that could hurt you if you're in some kind of wreck, okay? So anything that's rolling around loose that could get under your pedals, you wanna make sure those things are secured. Anything sitting in your back seat, in your back window that can fly up and hit you. If you have to stop short, if you do get in a collision, you wanna make sure those things are secured as well, all right? So we have inside compartment and then
L.
And then L for lock the doors,
Lock the
right?
doors.
So we're gonna lock the doors. And something these nice new Corollas do is they lock themselves as soon as you put the car into drive. Not all cars do this, so just get in the habit of locking that door every single time. So show me how you're gonna do that. Go ahead and lock those doors. It's as easy as that. That's gonna lock all the doors. Now, why are we locking the doors, Stephanie?
So that the doors won't fly open, you won't fly out if something
Good.
happens.
You don't want the doors to fly open. You don't want to fly out of the car. You don't want anybody to be able to get in if you're stopped at a stoplight, at a stop sign. And another thing, if the car were to roll over, if those doors stay shut, it's going to help the structural rigidity of the car. Okay, so it'll make the car just a lot safer. So what's the final letter we have?
E.
E, which is?
Engage your seatbelt.
Engage your seatbelt. Show me how you do that. After you unlock the door. All right. Now, as the driver, is that your only responsibility, is to engage your seatbelt?
No, you have to make sure everybody's seatbelts
You want to make sure everybody is buckled up, okay? There's a couple reasons for that. Why do we want everybody to be buckled up?
to keep everybody safe.
To keep everybody safe, because you like your friends, okay? You don't want them to die in a crash. But also, what else don't you want?
You don't want them to be able to interfere with your driving.
Exactly. If you get in some kind of emergency maneuver or some kind of collision, any unbuckled passenger has a potential to knock into you, hurt you from knocking into you, or make you lose control of the car. So you want to make sure everybody's buckled securely into their seat. Another thing, it's an expensive ticket. We don't want anybody to get a ticket. We want everybody to be safe. And so we're going to buckle up everybody every single time we get in the car to drive. And that's pretty much it. We did our seats, we did our mirror, inside the compartment, we locked the doors, we engaged the seatbelt, and you're ready to start your first lesson. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.